Remember they used to call George H.W. Bush a wimp? Remember that, the wimp factor? No. You want a wimp? I'll give you a wimp. Joe Manchin, yes, West Virginia. Joe Manchin, the donkey. Oh, yeah, he's a centrist. He's a serious fella, that Joe Manchin. What a joke. Oh, my God. We called this guy out for being a fool a long time ago. Yes, he went along with Joe Biden's Inflation Reduction Act, which is probably one of the greatest misnomers of all time. Anyway, let's retrace a little bit. Joe Manchin, everyone's favorite wimp in the Senate, he took to the editorial pages of the Wall Street Journal today. He did, because he's upset. He had to complain because the Biden administration lied to him. They weren't forthcoming. And he says, America is fast approaching another needless emergency. The raising of the national debt ceiling. This impending crisis isn't an accident, but a result of the inaction of various actors who refuse to confront fiscal reality, sit down, negotiate, make hard decisions for the sake of the nation's future. All parties have a responsibility to negotiate in good faith. Recent actions make clear to me that the Biden administration is determined to pursue an ideological agenda rather than confront the clear and present danger. Great Tom Clancy book and movie, by the way. Anyway, clear and present danger that debts and deficits pose to our nation. Okay. What do you mean, Joe? What do you mean? Hey, come on. You sign off on all this government spending, the omnibus spending bill, Inflation Reduction Act. So he gives some statistics here. Talks about $31.5 trillion, $95,000 per every man, woman, and child, 120% GDP, annual budgetary deficits averaging $2.7 trillion going back to October 2019. We've added $8 trillion to the national debt since COVID. Then he goes on. When President Biden and I spoke before Congress and passed the Inflation Reduction Act last summer, we agreed that the bill was designed to pay down our national debt and shore up America's energy security. It was designed to generate $738 billion in new revenue, with more than $238 billion dedicated to debt reduction. The first serious piece of legislation in more than 2 decades that the Congressional Budget Office estimated would have done that. Are you stupid, Joe? I mean, again, are you trying to play us? I mean, again, I don't know if you're a wimp. I don't know if you're just freaking stupid. Latest report is putting the Inflation Reduction Act at $1.2 trillion in extra debt. $1.2 trillion. We've gone over that here on the program. Congressional Budget Office? Are you serious, man? You serious? Here he goes. Instead of implementing the law as intended, unelected ideologues, bureaucrats, and appointees seem determined to violate and subvert the law to advance a partisan agenda that ignores both energy and fiscal security. Again, I know I used this Chris Rock bit yesterday or the day before here on the program. Those leftists didn't go crazy. Those leftists went leftists. Hey, what, you're not aware, Joe, who is part of the Biden administration, who makes up the Biden administration, who controls the Biden administration? Again, are you that stupid? Are you really? Are you that dumb? Anyway, yep. The administration is attempting at every turn to implement the bill it wanted, not the bill Congress actually passed, ignoring the debt and deficit implications of these actions as the time nears to raise the debt ceiling isn't only wrong, it's policy and political malpractice. I believe the only person who can rein in this extremism is Mr. Biden. Hey, Joe, good luck with that. Let me tell you what Joe Biden is doing right now to you. Okay, my friend, Joe Biden's wearing his aviator glasses and he's doing his Bender impersonation from The Breakfast Club. Remember with the middle finger? Do you hear this? Pointed down. Shall I turn it up? That's right. Joe Manchin, Joe Biden is giving you the finger. You think he's going to listen to you? He's like, the first step, the president has to sit down with fiscally minded Republicans and Democrats to negotiate common sense reforms out of control fiscal policy. Yeah, right, sure. And again, he's talking about the need for common sense moving forward, all this stuff. If you actually podcast, I know it's young children out there, earmuffs. If you had a set, Joe, okay, if you actually had a set, you could do what cinema did. You could leave the donkeys. You could become an independent, but you're scared. You're scared because your bread is buttered, dear. And you're going to have somebody trying to run against you, and you got to make sure you get all of that donkey money. So when the time comes and you want to keep your position in power, you want to remain in the most powerful fraternity in the entire world, the United States Senate, you're going to call up your buddy with the aviator glasses, Joe Biden, and you go, Joe, I need some money for my campaign. Can you send me some? I promise I'll vote for your next bullshit bill. WatchDog on WallStreet.com.